It's like I took the two most delicious fruits and made a delicious dessert out of them. You ready? Your two favorite things in math. Algebra, yay, plus fractions. Yay! Woohoo! This unit is called rational functions. It's all algebraic fractions. So I'm going to need Zach to watch though, because this stuff is tricky, and I'm assuming after talking to all of your teachers, Weinstock, Tobin, and Costello, you have seen all this. But all day today, people have been looking at me like, I literally do not remember this. So I need you to hang with me. Are you ready? Today we are multiplying and dividing fractions and simplifying. It's light work, but you've got to remember how to do it. So there is two things I need you to remember. And everyone's going to put their pencils down, their pens on, and watch me and like get this in their head, right? So the two things are this. And this is the thing I need you to walk away from today. One is this. Single guys cancel with single guys. And you're like, what the hell does that mean? And I will show you. And here's the more important part. Married couples cancel with married couples. Okay, so Andy, single guys with single guys, married guys with married guys. And right now you're like, that's garbage. You just counted stuff that makes no sense. But I need you to remember that all day, all period, when I'm walking around and you're like, why didn't I not get the right answer? I'm like, because remember, single guys with single guys, married guys with married guys. Let me show you, Danny, pick it up. Let me show you what I mean by this. Does everyone agree right here that I cannot reduce 7/5 anymore? There is not a number that goes into 7, and there is not a number that goes into 5. Does everyone agree with that? I can't make that into, I don't know, 1/3 or 10/5. It's 7/5. There's nothing else. So I want everyone to watch me. Take a look at me. Jackson's watching me. Does everyone agree that I have not done anything wrong here? I have not done anything that's cheating, right? 7 is just 5 plus 2, and 5 is just 5. Here's what you cannot do all day today. I am not allowed to reduce that way because here's the Mrs. Tarantino thinking. This guy is a wedding ring. And when you have things that are added and subtracted together, they are married. They are attached to each other. And the only thing that will cancel a 5 plus 2 is another 5 plus 2. So when we have problems tonight that look like this, x over x plus 4, you are not allowed to do this and get 1/4 because that is a single guy. He will cancel with other single guys, other naked x's, but he cannot cancel a married couple out. Are we cool with that? So that's our foundation for this whole unit. This is where I see kids blowing it. So we're going to start right now with reducing some scary looking fractions. Whiteboard pens out. Let's do this. Are you ready? Fresh problem. Here we go. First one we're starting with. There he is. Write this baby on your whiteboard. Here's what's tempting. I'm going to show you an example of what not to do. Because here's what's tempting. Oh, those will cancel, and those will cancel. Oh, and 3 goes in there 2 times, and 3 goes in there 5 times. Look, I did a bunch of canceling. No, because I got a bunch of married people. So our steps are going to go like this. We're going to do 3 steps tonight. We are going to factor. And that's how we can find our married couples. we are going to cancel. And then we are going to what I call squish, which means shove it all back together with whatever left over. Factor, cancel, squish. That's how we do fractions in algebra. Algebra 1, Algebra 2, pre-calc. Are you ready? So here's what I'd like you to do with your neighbors, please. Can you please factor this guy? What can you take out? Factor, cancel. It looks like camel. Cancel. 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 Okay, we're factoring the top guy. Take some stuff out. 2b comes out, and I'm left with b minus 3. What? We're going to talk about that. Hey, you guys, can't factor the second guy, please. 5b comes out, and I'm left with b minus 3. Now, girls and guys.
Oh, wait a second.
Everybody. I have a bunch of people who were taking makeup tests in my other classes, so they need the video. So I need you to be quiet so they can hear on the video. Now we're ready to cancel. Married guys with married guys. I have a married couple. Here they are. Boom. You know, they don't really go away. They become one. I need you to be clear on it now. We call it canceling, but they really reduce to be the number one. And 1 times anything is just itself. So it's why we call it canceling, but it's not really. Now, I have some single guys. Single guys can cancel with single guys. This B can cancel with this B. Here's what's crazy. This crazy fraction reduces to 2/5. So you could see why on a test, you might get that top answer and think, I'm done, and you're going to get a lot of points marked off because you didn't reduce it. Are we cool? Okay, you ready to try a new one? Here comes your new one. Factor, cancel, squish. Here we go. I'm bringing you a new one. Try this one. Factor, cancel, switch. 2-parter and a 3-parter. You know how to X factor. Here's the problem. It's like you're at a party and you don't know who you can cancel with. You got to know who's couples first. So you got to like separate all your couples out, and then you can see, you know, who you want to know.
When you have different color cups.
That's right. Factor, cancel, switch. Factors of 20 that subtract to be 1, like 5 and -4.
Oh, I forgot the little.
There you go. There you go. Little X factoring. So I'm going to pull out a 6b here, and I'm left with b minus 4. And I'm going to X factor this guy, and I'm going to get b plus 5, b minus 4. There will always be canceling on these ones. I set them up this way. Boom. Boom. So I factored it. I canceled it. Now I just squish what's left over. So I'm going to get 6b over b plus 5. Tempting to take those b's, but I can't because a plus sign is like a wedding ring, right? They are together, together, together. How do? We do okay? Okay, we're going to step up our game a little bit. Fowler, I want you to try this one for me. I got a lot of single guys, and I want you to see if you remember how to cancel with exponents. I'm going to give you a little hint. I've got 2 b's on the top. I got 4 b's on the bottom. Remember what you're going to do. It's like you're subtracting their exponents. That guy cancels with this guy. That guy cancels with this guy. So we're going to get b squared on the bottom. See if you can remember how to do this. Back to the top and start canceling. Factors of 10 that add up to be 7. Anything on the top screen is canceled. Anything on the bottom.
How much longer can I have my football to do?
No, it's not. You've done all this.
Yeah, I think you don't have to play nice for it.
Here I go. I'm going to go ahead and write these with a big space so I can talk about them with you. You won't have to do this. A plus 5, A plus 2. And then on the bottom, A squared. Ooh, that's awful looking. A squared, B to the 4, A plus 5. Okay, so here we go. We're ready to start doing some canceling. It's always easiest to start with married couples. They're super easy to cancel when you see them. Love that for me. Those go away. Yay. Now let's talk about the single guys, right? So here's what I need you to notice. If I have 5A over 7A, I am talking about canceling A to the first and A to the first. 1A is going to cancel with 1A, and I'm left with 5 over 7. I don't have 5 A's up there. I have 5 times A. But on this one, I literally have 5 A's up there and 2 A's down there. So I am going to cancel out. So what happens is I will have 3 left over. Does that make sense? So you can think about it by subtracting the exponents, or if you want to, I had kids in Algebra 2 who I would literally say, just write it out. Like you got 5 and you got 2, cancel, 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 A to the 3rd. Whichever makes sense in your brain, right? So I've got A to the 3rd up here. I've got 2 B's up here, 4 down there. These go away and I'm left with 2. So to squish my answer together, that's the factor cancel squish. I'm going to have A to the 3rd, A plus 2 over B to the 2nd. Now I am going to have a little bit, girls in the back, I'm going to have a little bit of an argument with some of your prior teachers who would say it is not right if you don't multiply it out. And I'm going to tell you in pre-calc, you don't always want to do that because the problem may go on and have more canceling later. So we don't want to multiply it out. And like that is a fine answer. Okay. Are we good? Okay. That's simplifying. Let's try multiplying. Here we go. Are you ready? It is the same exact thing. I just got more canceling to do. Steps, factor, cancel, squish what's left over. And then I want to remind you, Caitlin, I want you to go ahead and start this problem, please. Anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom. Can you do it diagonally? You absolutely can, right? A quick hint, you guys know how to factor this. You might not remember, but you know how to factor that. Plus minus. Yes. Cross can. We cross multiply at the very end once we've canceled. And I call it squishing. I just squish it all together. No, we cross cancel first. So we factor, we cancel, and then we just shove it all together. What the hell's happening out there? I know. My pumpkin's gone. I am writing all of these X's and Y's out. Do you have to do that? No. But I'm just showing you where I'm going to get all my canceling from. Are you guys cool? Here's what's nice. Love this for me. Anything on the top cancels with anything on the bottom. Diagonal is okay. Top to bottom, not side to side, top to bottom. So we're going to factor, did it, cancel, here it comes, and then we're going to squish together what's left over. So let's start with some cancel. Ooh, goodbye those guys. Ooh, goodbye 13 and 26. Goodbye, I think that was y squared up there, and I can't really read it. Yep. Goodbye 2y's and 2y's. Goodbye, one X and one of these X's. I think there is nothing left to cancel. I'm going to double check. So on the top, now I squish my answer together. I go right across the top, X plus 3, yay. And on the bottom, I'm going to have an X plus 6. I'm going to leave him in his little couple, and then 2X to the third. There we go. Can we cancel these guys? No, because it's got a plus sign. That's a married couple. You cool with that? Yeah? Okay. We're going to try a little bit harder one, and then we're going to wrap up with one last one, and then I'm going to tell you what you're doing. Okay, here we go. There is a problem with this one before we start. You guys learned this last year in Algebra 2 and Algebra 2 but you don't remember it. And here's what I want to show you. Before you write anything down, 7 minus X, we don't like the letters in the back. We like the letters in the front and the numbers in the back. But with a minus, I'm not allowed just to randomly flip them. But there is a trick. I can flip order X minus 7 as long as I tell everyone I've done it, and the way I tell everyone I did it, I use a -1. -1 lets me flip order. So before you start this problem, which you're going to factor, please do the -1 trick and then go ahead and factor. But if you don't do that -1, you're just randomly flipping the order, and we're not allowed to do that, right? And if anyone needs me to explain why that -1 really works, I can do that. But for now, you could just trust me. I'm not doing this one. Here, what? Let's steal my socks. I feel like we're low on socks. Like we're genuinely low on socks. How is that possible? There you go. We only have 2. You know what? I think I have to buy new socks.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I will buy new socks. Okay, there you go. Are we ready? How's it looking? Have you started canceling?
I understand it now.
Let's do it. I'm going to do it really fast. X plus 5, X minus 5, 14, X, oh, I don't want to write all those out. There's too many. X to the third, Y to the 8th, times 7, X squared Y, over 8, X plus 5. Okay, factor. That's my first step. Here comes my favorite step, canceling. Woohoo! So excited. Boom. Boom. Ooh. Boom. Boom. This goes. That goes. That goes. That goes. Okay. So here I go. I'm going to go ahead and squish my answer together. -1, X minus 5 on the top. And I think it's 16XY to the 7th on the bottom. How did I do? How did you do? Did I do okay? Now I'm going to let you know the answer key that I'm going to give you tonight. Sometimes they do this. They take that one, that negative, they just put it there. And they even get rid of that. So that's cool. Last one, best one. And it's mostly what your homework is. Because if you can do this last one, you can do everything. Did you know we don't really divide fractions in math? Because dividing fractions is dumb. Does anyone remember what we do when we divide fractions?
Simplify.
We switch it, right? We flip the second guy over and then we multiply. So do I have to teach division? No. Here's the rules. Flip. Factor. Cancel. Squish. Which one do I flip? The second guy. And then we multiply.
Hello. That's you. Oh.
I know, I was using the thing and Mike. Here we go.
No.
Hey, good. We're gonna do this one. Last one.
I'm gonna put a red marker.
Doctor, cancel. Quick. I don't know. I have a sub on Wednesday. I'm doing my best.
Give David a challenge.
We're gonna have a hard time.
One time. Our sub, we watched a video and so I go to and she was teaching us whenever they went to the party. And then we made the sub go back and watch.
I feel like cards.
She's like, well, I don't want to do that. Yeah, everyone's like, hold on, rewind that. Yeah. Are you blind?
I do. I'm always thinking, Ruth. I'm always thinking. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. I'm going to factor this first guy. I'm going to take out the 12. N minus 3. Ooh, I got to do that little flippy thing. I'm going to get N minus 3, N plus 3. Y'all cool how I did that? Little trick on that guy. Now I'm going over to this guy. Flip him. N comes out. N plus 3. Bottom guy. 8 over N to the 5th. I have flipped. I have factored. I am ready to cancel, and there's a lot of canceling. Love this for me. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. 4 goes in there 3 times. 4 goes in there 2 times. Squish it all together. 3 on the top. Negative 2 N to the 4th. That's crazy. That's a big ass problem. That's a very nice answer. And that is multiplying and dividing and simplifying. Goodbye, my friends who are watching at home.